Meow, meow, meow. Oliver and Jumpy. Story 18, Moon Crystal. Knock, knock, who's there? Well, it was the president of Zealandia, our little country. Guess what he wanted from me this time? To travel to the moon. Our hospitals needed a fresh supply of moon crystals, which can make sick people well again. And luckily the man in the moon had invited us to go and pick up some more. Since I am the top cat in Zealandia and a perfect gentleman, if I may say so, I was chosen for the job, naturally, but only under the condition that my friend Jumpy and her son Joey would come along as well. And my white top hat, of course. It was going to be a bit cramped in the spaceship, but we don't mind. The three of us were so excited when we finally got ready for our trip. We were flying in a capsule as round as a ball. Our friend Giga, the giant, did us the honors and tossed us all the way towards the moon. Hooray! Within seconds we were off in lightning speed. Imagine the thrill of flying inside a ball, safely strapped to our seats, as it spins off to the endless sky. Once we were far above Zealandia, the pressure became normal, and we could enjoy the flight. How beautiful our country looked from up there. On the other side, the moon appeared bigger and bigger, until we could make out all the big craters on its surface. Oh no! What was going on? The three of us could feel the sudden impact as we hit the ground. Ah! We screamed, but luckily the walls of the capsule were padded with soft cushions, so we were not hurt. As we continued to roll and finally stopped, we could take a breath of relief. But what happened next was even more crazy, since we landed upside down. Yes, you heard me. Our heads were hanging down. And my beautiful hair, oh well, a big mess. There was nothing else we could do but to slowly release our seatbelts, and to our surprise, we fell softly down to the ground, since everything is not as heavy on the moon at all. Great, isn't it? Jumpy popped the door open, and out we went. Hello, moon, I said. We are visiting you. But there was no reply. Next, I tried to warn my friends not to jump too much. But it was already too late. You see, on the moon, jumps are 10 times higher. So when Jumpy did one of her big jumps, she just went up and up and up and away until we could not see her anymore. In the meantime, Joey and I laid down for a rest. Only late in the afternoon I was able to catch Jumpy before she went up again. Her jumps also alerted the Moon Man, who came over to welcome us. "Moo minu konde kagapilu," said one of the little green men with his big eyes and long head. I could not understand a word, so I answered back, "Gigi gogo timsal bundi." Hey, he was so excited and nodded repeatedly, as if I had said something interesting. He then gestured with his 3-fingered hand for us to come with him. So off we went. After a short walk, we arrived at the entrance of a cave, where many white crystals gave off a beautiful glowing white light. It was almost like daylight inside this large cavern. At the other end sat the man in the moon, smiling gently and looking a bit like Santa, with his long hair and beard. "Welcome to the moon, earthlings! You have come for more moon crystal, right? Just go down with my man into the mine and help yourselves," he said. Well, the white overalls they gave us to wear were way too big. We burst out laughing, looking at each other. But then we had so much fun using the slides down to the bottom of the mine. What a ride! Finally we reached the end, where the miners were hard at work, breaking the rocks from the walls with pickaxes. We had to recite a magic poem so that the crystals were released from the rocks. Golden crystal of the deep, gently wake and leave your sleep. Thy purpose is to spend your heat, to heal the creatures sore in need. And with no giants on the moon to throw our spaceball back to Earth, they had to use a large catapult to shoot us back. One look at that slingshot look-alike and we knew we were in for another rough ride. Again we held on tight to one another after we settled back into our transport, and before we could properly wave goodbye, we were bounced back right into the lake near my treehouse. It was more like waking up from a dream, and to top it off, we were greeted by everyone like heroes. Oh yes, of course, lots of moon crystals for everybody. Hey, next time you can come with me. So will you promise to walk very carefully with me up there? Moony, bye. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please recommend it to your friends. I welcome any inquiries concerning publication of my tales. Thank you. Bye bye until next time.